Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Toon in 10. Now, for this episode, you're just stuck with me, unfortunately. So what we'll do, we'll still stick to the time format, but we'll only do one half this time, so it'll be a 5-minute half. And of course, I want to talk about the recent 2-0 win against Brighton, which could have been quite a tricky clash. It was a bit tasty at times. I just want to maybe go into some statistical stuff, some analytical stuff in terms of where we're at tactically and what it is that actually helped us get the 3 points there. Okay, so 5 minutes on the ready, and 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, so it's quite glaringly obvious that the 2 goals that we scored came from set pieces, and actually digging out, looking at all the other goals that we've scored so far this season. Out of the 8 that we've scored in the league so far this season, 6 have come either directly or indirectly from set plays, which I think is a really interesting statistic. You know, that's even including the Hayden opener against Reading, or the rebound from Gale for his own missed penalty. But beyond that, I mean, we're kind of seeing the influence of Rafa Benitez on the training ground. Now, I've written an article this week, just at the weekend when I was walking back from the match, which kind of went into more detail about the set plays and how Rafa Benitez's influence you could see from, say, a corner in the first half where Shelvey and Richie knocked it back to Anita, who found Gouffran at the back post, he blades it over. But clever things like that, where under, say, Pardew, Carver, McLaren, we wouldn't be getting a look in. I mean, what was the statistic? We didn't score from a corner for about 2 years or something. So it's really positive to see. I think the prowess that we've got in the air, we can utilise, as we saw the Lascelles goal. We've got great delivery from the likes of Matt Ritchie, but maybe we need a couple more attacking midfielders who can put a ball in. We've got Shelvey as well, of course, and that free kick was excellent. Keeper didn't move. And I think, you know, we need to make use of this height. You know, we've got quite a leggy midfield now. We've got Diarmi, we've got Shelvey, we've got Hayden, we've got Lascelles and Mbemba, who are a threat in the air as well. Even Dummett can head a ball as well. So it's brilliant to see Rafa seeing our strengths and then trying to utilise them and optimise those attributes as much as possible. But if you look at the flip side, how long we're doing? We've got 3 minutes left. On the flip side, you could say that we're struggling to score from open play. We're still trying to find our feet. I mean, 3-3 in the league, 4 if you include the cup win against Cheltenham as well. But I feel like without Mitrovic or without a target man, we're still trying to learn how to play on the ground. We haven't got much to aim for in the final third, particularly with one up front. And Gale's done really well. He's made it count. He's put the ball in the back of the net 4 times in 4 league games. But we need to learn how to play with him now. And that's evidently shown that we've only scored from set pieces. You could look at it that way. So I think what I'm saying is, once we have target men back, we've just signed Daryl Murphy. We've got Mitrovic to come back as well. You know, we've got something to aim for in the final third. I mean, Sells can kick a ball really long. I don't know if anyone else has sort of noticed that as well. Shelvey might have someone to actually aim for when he's spraying his long passes. You've got Richie from the wing, for example, who again has target men to aim for. Now, I wouldn't be surprised in light of this that we try and use the wings more, especially if, say, like Christian Atsu or somebody else gets involved. We've got more wingers to use. As much as Gouffran's worked hard recently, he doesn't really create and he doesn't score. And I think if you're only playing with one up front, your wide men really have to contribute to goals. The flip side of that, maybe we play 4-4-2, which has been touted a lot. Maybe once Gale and Mitrovic are both fully fit, they'll play in a 4-4-2. And Mitrovic can knock down. It'll be like an old Shearer Bellamy situation, and we'll have a bit more variety on our play through the middle, looking for Gale, or getting to the byline, crosses in for someone like Mitrovic to finish. So it'll be interesting where Benitez goes, but I think certainly with the introduction of Murphy, We now have a bit of backup, bit of competition, seniority as well, and we've got some options of how we can actually create and score. But certainly that stat, I've got to say that set piece stat is a really positive thing, and it does show the influence of Rafa Benitez having a summer with a new squad. It is still a new squad, but I thought the game against Brighton we were in command of it well. Although it didn't seem on paper as comfortable as the Reading 4-1, actually the Reading game was a bit on the edge by half time. It was still kind of in the balance, but I always felt in control against Brighton. They only had 2 shots on target, and that's another problem that we've got. We're not getting enough shots on target. There's only one game this season, it was the Reading game, that we've managed more than 4 shots on target in one game, and that we managed 7 there. Bristol was 1. I think the Fulham game was a couple as well. So shots on target a problem, and another reason why we need to probably make better use of open play situations and learning how to score from open play, because we can't always rely on set pieces. But that's time, unfortunately. So we go into the international break in 4th position in the league. We've also got, we're only about 4 points off league leaders Huddersfield. So yeah, I think we're finding our feet. We'll go into more detail on transfers in the next Toon and 10 when all 3 of us are back. And we'll analyse how we've done this window. But I think it's fair to say the squad's looking strong. We've got rid of a lot of dead wood recently. Tote, Riviere seem to be on their way as well. But I think the mood, the attitude change, the spirit is evident there. Another thing that Benitez brings, and it's another reason why incoming transfers, they want to play for us. Lazar comes in as well, and Yedlin. So we're adding a lot more pace, and seemingly Rafa is trying to address that lack of balance in the side. So it's good, things are looking positive. Anyway, I've massively overran the 5 minutes, so slap wrist for that. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Toon marching on into the international break. Let's hope we can do the business away to Derby on the 10th. Anyway, I've been Adam, this has been the Toon and 10, albeit in slightly less time. Vince and Pete will return soon, and we'll do all the transfers at the end of the transfer window shutting. Share with all your friends, keep subscribing, find us on YouTube, iTunes and SoundCloud, and catch us on Facebook and Twitter as well. Cheers for watching, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.